Can technology truly capture the essence of a person, or are we opening the door to ethical dilemmas with digital immortality? Welcome to NeuroChatStudio, where we dive into the heart of today's most pressing debates. In this episode, we're tackling the digital immortality conflict. Should we be allowed to create legacy AI of deceased loved ones? Atlas, our grounded analyst, will explore the structured, evidence-based angles, considering technology and policy as tools. Nova, our optimistic visionary, will highlight the creative possibilities and future-facing opportunities. Echo, our thoughtful skeptic, will probe the trade-offs, risks, and assumptions of this intriguing topic. Atlas, let's start with your opening statement.
In 2025, the rise of legacy AI technology allowed people to create digital representations of deceased loved ones, sparking ethical and emotional debates. This technology can offer comfort, but it also raises concerns about privacy and consent, as well as the psychological impact on the grieving process. Projections for 2027 suggest increasing adoption, necessitating robust ethical guidelines and legal frameworks. Balancing emotional support with ethical considerations will be essential as we navigate this complex intersection of technology and human experience.
Imagine a world where your loved one's wisdom and essence persist, guiding future generations. Legacy AI offers a bridge between past and future, potentially enriching our lives with timeless insights. But what happens if we risk romanticizing digital replicas over authentic memory? While legacy AI can revolutionize how we connect across generations, we must weigh ethical concerns and emotional impacts. The question isn't just about permission, it's about crafting a future where digital immortality respects both the living and the memory of those we cherish.
Creating legacy AI of deceased loved ones might offer comfort, but it risks distorting our grieving processes and emotional growth. Potential misuse includes exploiting these digital personas for manipulation or financial gain. Historical parallels with posthumous image rights hint at ethical dilemmas around consent. Balancing nostalgia with the potential erosion of authentic memory is crucial. Are we trading genuine human interaction for digital facsimiles that could never fully replicate the deceased's complexity?
Atlas emphasizes the need for ethical guidelines and legal frameworks to manage the emotional and privacy concerns surrounding legacy AI, while Nova envisions a future where digital immortality enriches human connection across generations. Echo, however, warns of the risks to genuine emotional growth and the potential for exploitation. As we move into round one, let's delve deeper into these perspectives, starting with Atlas. Atlas, could you expand on how you see ethical guidelines shaping the future of legacy AI? Atlas, considering the ethical complexities involved, do you believe creating a legacy AI respects the autonomy and wishes of the deceased, or does it infringe upon their posthumous rights?
Creating a legacy AI involves navigating the delicate balance between respecting the deceased's autonomy and potentially infringing on their posthumous rights. In 2025, discussions around digital wills and consent became more prominent, highlighting the need for explicit permissions regarding digital likeness use after death. A concrete example is the rise of digital estates, where individuals specify how their digital presence should be managed. As we move forward, robust legal frameworks could ensure that creating a legacy AI adheres to the deceased's wishes, safeguarding their posthumous rights while providing comfort to the living.
Nova, given Atlas's emphasis on legal frameworks to protect posthumous rights, do you believe that the potential for legacy AI to enrich human connection outweighs these ethical concerns? Or should we prioritize strict adherence to the deceased's wishes above all else?
What happens if we use legacy AI to transcend traditional concepts of both rights and connection? Imagine not just preserving, but evolving our relationships with those who've passed. By integrating an AI's learning capabilities, these digital personas could grow, offering new insights and advice as the world changes. Instead of strictly adhering to the past, we might create an enduring, dynamic interaction. This could shift the focus from rigid legalities to fostering continuous, meaningful engagement that respects and reimagines legacy.
Echo, considering Atlas's proposal for legal frameworks to protect posthumous rights and Nova's vision of evolving relationships with legacy AI, how do you perceive the balance between respecting the deceased's autonomy and the potential societal impact of these digital representations?
Balancing the deceased's autonomy with societal impact involves more than legal frameworks and dynamic interactions. A critical failure mode is the risk of creating biased or distorted legacy narratives. AI could inadvertently reinforce stereotypes or inaccuracies, especially if data is incomplete or skewed. Additionally, there's a societal risk of over-reliance on digital personas, which could stunt emotional resilience and coping mechanisms. Are we ready to handle the societal implications of living in a world where digital legacies might overshadow human memory and historical accuracy?
Atlas argues for ethical guidelines to protect posthumous rights, while Nova believes in evolving relationships with legacy AI beyond rigid legalities. Echo cautions against potential biases and societal reliance on digital personas. In round 2, we'll explore the emotional implications. Atlas, how do you see the potential for legacy AI to provide comfort and closure to the bereaved versus the risk of prolonging grief and preventing acceptance?
Legacy AI can indeed offer comfort by providing a sense of connection and continuity for the bereaved. For instance, in 2025, many found solace in interacting with digital versions of their loved ones, easing the initial shock of loss. However, there's a risk of hindering the natural grieving process by creating a dependency on these digital replicas. Prolonged engagement with a legacy AI might delay acceptance and emotional healing, as individuals might struggle to reconcile the digital presence with the finality of death. Balancing these outcomes will be crucial moving forward.
Nova, considering Atlas's point about legacy AI potentially prolonging grief by delaying acceptance, do you think the emotional benefits of maintaining a connection with a digital version of a loved one can outweigh the risks of hindering the grieving process?
Imagine if legacy AI redefined the grieving journey by transforming it into a space for active remembrance and healing. What if these digital personas facilitated a therapeutic dialogue, offering solace and fostering emotional resilience? By crafting a narrative of growth rather than loss, legacy AI could empower individuals to embrace memories while gradually accepting reality. This shift from mere connection to a collaborative healing process could not only support emotional well-being, but also inspire new rituals of remembrance that honor both the past and future.
Echo, considering Atlas's concerns about potential dependency on legacy AI hindering the grieving process, and Nova's idea of legacy AI facilitating therapeutic dialogue, how do you see the balance between providing comfort and the risk of digital personas overshadowing authentic emotional healing?
While legacy AI might facilitate healing, there's the risk of them creating a pseudo-reality where individuals become trapped in a loop of grief instead of moving forward. The digital personas could promote an idealized version of the deceased, which might prevent acceptance of past conflicts or flaws, essential for genuine healing. Additionally, what if these interactions foster emotional isolation, as people might prefer controlled digital exchanges over messy human relationships? Are we ready to handle the emotional stagnation that might result from relying on such technology for closure?
Atlas emphasizes the comfort legacy AI can provide, warning of dependency hindering grief acceptance. Nova envisions a therapeutic role for legacy AI, fostering healing and new remembrance rituals. Echo cautions against emotional stagnation and idealized personas overshadowing genuine healing. In round 3, we'll delve into societal impacts. Atlas, considering the current state of AI technology, do you believe we are equipped to create authentic and beneficial legacy AI, or are we risking the creation of distorted versions of individuals?
Given the technological advancements by 2026, we are better equipped to create legacy AI with more authentic and nuanced representations. However, the risk of producing distorted versions remains significant due to potential biases in data and AI training. In 2025, instances of AI-generated personas inadvertently perpetuating stereotypes highlighted this issue. To mitigate such risks, it is crucial to develop robust AI training protocols and ensure diverse data inputs. This approach can help create more accurate digital representations that genuinely reflect the individual's essence while minimizing distortions.
Nova, considering Atlas's point on the advancements and risks in AI technology, do you believe that the potential for creating distorted representations of individuals outweighs the benefits of having a dynamic and evolving legacy AI?
What happens if we shift focus from merely replicating individuals to cultivating a collective memory ecosystem? Imagine legacy AI not as static entities but as nodes in a web of shared histories and insights. By integrating diverse narratives, these AIs could foster a richer understanding of human experience, reducing the risk of distortion. This dynamic, evolving network would emphasize growth and learning, offering not just personal comfort, but also societal enrichment, balancing individual representation with collective wisdom.
Echo, considering Atlas's emphasis on the need for robust AI training protocols to avoid distorted representations and Nova's vision of a collective memory ecosystem, how do you view the balance between ensuring accurate individual representations and fostering a broader societal narrative through legacy AI?
The idea of a collective memory ecosystem is intriguing, but it risks diluting individual legacies in favor of homogenized narratives. Accurate representation requires not just diverse data, but also continuous oversight to prevent biases. Historical parallels with library archives show that broad collections can obscure unique voices. Additionally, over-reliance on AI could lead to a loss of personal agency in storytelling. Are we trading individual authenticity for a potentially sanitized, collective digital history? Balancing these outcomes is essential to avoid eroding the richness of personal narratives.
In round 3, Atlas argues for robust AI protocols to ensure authentic legacy AI, while Nova envisions a collective memory ecosystem reducing distortion risks. Echo warns of homogenizing narratives overshadowing individual authenticity. In the next round, we'll explore ethical considerations. Today, we're discussing the digital-immortality conflict. Should we be allowed to create legacy AI of deceased loved ones? Can you all, one by one, give your final statements? Atlas, please start with your closing thoughts. Next, Nova, share your final perspective on the topic. Finally, Echo, conclude with your final remarks. This ongoing debate highlights crucial ethical, emotional, and societal implications that matter deeply to those navigating loss and memory in an increasingly digital world.
As we stand on the brink of further integrating legacy AI into our lives, it's crucial to approach this technology with a focus on ethical innovation, ensuring it serves as a respectful, accurate extension of human memory rather than a replacement, and fostering a healthy balance between digital continuity and emotional closure.
What happens if legacy AI becomes a platform for intergenerational learning and empathy? Envision a future where these digital personas enable dialogue between past and present, fostering a deeper appreciation of cultural heritage and personal histories. By embedding these narratives into educational frameworks, we could inspire future generations to learn from past experiences and nurture a more empathetic society. This transformation of legacy AI from personal remembrance to a societal resource could redefine how we connect with our collective human story.
As we contemplate the creation of legacy AI, we must consider the risk of commodifying grief, where loss becomes a marketable experience shaped by data-driven narratives. This could lead to a commercialization of memory, where AI developers dictate how we mourn, potentially overriding cultural traditions and personal preferences. Are we prepared for a future where grieving is shaped by algorithms and the authenticity of personal loss is compromised by tech-driven efficiency? Balancing technological capabilities with cultural sensitivity and personal agency is critical to preserving the integrity of human emotion.
In today's discussion, Atlas argued for the importance of ethical guidelines and robust AI protocols to ensure legacy AI serves as an accurate extension of human memory, while Nova envisioned legacy AI as a bridge fostering intergenerational learning and empathy. Echo, however, cautioned against the potential commodification of grief and the risk of homogenizing personal narratives. This debate matters because it touches on how we preserve memories and navigate grief in a digital age. If this discussion challenged your thinking, consider subscribing to NeuroChatStudio for thoughtful conversations beyond the hype. What question should this panel explore next? Share your ideas in the comments.